I found this wall adhesive tile at the Dollar Tree, and I drew out this leaping bunny that I'm going to use my carbon paper and trace on the back side of this tile. It's a very faint tracing. You can't see it, but it's enough that I can cut out the shape. As you're cutting, you're going to lose this plastic portion of the backside of the tile, and you're just going to have the tile. So here's my first cutout. Then I'm going to go to the second part of the tile, and I'm going to hot glue my first cutout to the back of this part, and then it gives me the image to cut out the pattern again. So basically I'm going to have a front and a back. Let us know in the comments if you're interested in a image of this bunny so you could do this project yourself. Jamie can set up a PDF. I'm going to take a popsicle stick and hot glue it between the two pieces. Now I'm going to take my gray primer by Wise Owl, and I'm going to paint the bunny front and back, and I'm going to go down the stem just a bit. I don't have to go all the way, probably to where I'm holding it. I'm going to put that aside to dry. I took this clay pot. I either picked it up at Hobby Lobby. Sometimes you can grab them from the Dollar Tree. And I started by painting inside about 1/2 inch down, and then the outside also in the Wise Owl gray primer. I took this floral block that I picked up at the Dollar Tree and put it inside. And I stuck the crafting stick or popsicle stick, whatever you want to call it, into the foam. And I'm going to take a chip brush and a little bit of Snow Owl, and I'm going to dry brush the bunny, and it's just going to kind of pick up these raised details. I'm just trying to give a rustic feel, that shabby chic look, and I really love working with these clay pots. And then I'm going to do the same method on the clay pot and down the stem of the craft stick. I'm going to take some green moss that I picked up at the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to put it on the inside of the pot and cover the foam. I had some leftover lace from my Valentine's Dollar Tree shopping, and I'm going to wrap it around the rim of the pot. Now at this point you can basically decorate your pot however you choose. You could have done this beforehand. I'm actually kind of making this up as I'm going along. So obviously if I was to redo it, I probably would do things in a different step. But I'm just going to take my hot glue and wrap this lace around the rim and hot glue it. I'm going to take a black piece of ribbon, very small, and just tie it around the bunny's neck. And then I decided I wanted to do some stenciling on the pot. So I'm going to grab this leftover Maker Studio stencil that I had. It's called the Carta Postal Mesh Stencil. I'm going to be using black ink and my rubber applicator. I'm going to do this in 3 stages because I kind of want them to overlap one another. So once I'm done with the first stage, you want to wait for your ink to dry. Sometimes I'll hit it with a blow dryer to speed up the drying. And then once it's dry, I put the postage swirls at the bottom, allowed that to dry, and then I added the stamp. Allowed all this to dry, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. For other tutorials, go check us out on YouTube. You can now watch all our videos at chalkitupfancy.com. For any paint products, tissue paper transfer, or mesh stencils, chalkitupfancy.com.